Hi there, and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. Today's 34 of fit in the year, the road to six-pack abs. I'm an addict, folks, and luckily, it's not anything bad. I have been my whole life, and if you are an addict or here because you have self-confidence issues, looking for a way to lose weight, maybe build some muscle, or just to work out, or passing time, or ain't even sure why I ended up on your feed, but you click the picture. Appreciate you stopping by. If you can, hit that like button. Share, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to do some shoulders today. Addiction's always been a part of my life and my family, both good and bad. And one of the things that a lot of kids do is they try to learn from their parents' mistakes and not ever do those things, or whoever their influence is. If they don't have parents, some people grow up with grandparents or uncle or foster homes and stuff. Whoever your influence was, and I always knew drinking wasn't going to be my thing. Really, because I like to drive. I'm more addicted to driving than I ever be to drinking. And you can't mix the two, and I never would. So, and I have, but it was many, many years ago. And no harm ever came of it. I pulled over each time about like 3 times. And then I started giving my phone number out to everybody I knew that drunk. Got a lot of phone calls, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man. So drinking was never going to be one of the things. And then I seen what coke, crack, and crystal meth and heroin did to my family members. My Aunt Tina died of a heroin overdose. Sucks, man. And now I have probably 30, 40 friends in the last 2 years about the same thing. One drug or another. Fentanyl base. It's not even worth doing. Never was worth doing anyway, but it's really not worth doing now. And I know how hard it is when you start something to get off of it. My hardest thing was cigarettes, because I smoke so much. 3 packs a day, folks. I ain't bragging, it's stupid. 3 packs a day, probably almost like 20 years. About for the last 9 years, I haven't smoked. Not one cigarette, no urge. I don't know how much money I spent. Oh, remember, before you work out, tell your physician that you're able to evade hour, 30 minutes beforehand. Hydrated, warmed up, walked around, just moved around a little bit, maybe stretched afterwards. And when you're gonna, if you want to build strength, or not really the first exercise you do it with your max amount of weight. Of course, this ain't mine. And this is a military press, standing military shoulder press. When you're coming up, breathe out through your mouth. Come down in through your nose. Watch the weight you will. It's easy to bounce it off your head, forehead, your nose, your chin, your mouth. And this is an easy crowbar. I recommend a flat bar if you got it. And if you don't got it, just do dumbbells. Or water bottles. Same thing. But instead of, with dumbbells, you normally come in, just go out. And then when you go to the water bottles, go in. So I already knew about addictions that I'd never get a part of. What I didn't know was the addictions that I would be. And most addictions are just, you could be addicted to work, addicted to coffee, And then all the bad things that, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of good things you could be addicted to that's just as bad. You be so addicted to work that you forget your family. Now you ain't got no family. But the whole time you're just trying to provide for your family. You hear about that all the time. That's never happened to me. But it's an addiction. A lot of people say that was a good one, and you know they don't deserve that, male or female. Let's freak it out a little bit. Try to concentrate on your breathing. Breathing and form just as important. Look at it from the side. Every muscle is engaged trying to, and you could do this seated. I used to hate shoulders and leg days. Man, I hate it. But then I started really working out and doing those too. And you know, you got to do squats and deadlifts. If you want to get real strong, you got to do squats and deadlifts. You just have to. Each one incorporates over 200 muscles. Talking about addiction though. So about 3 years ago now, I grew up in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and 15 minutes away is the beach. You got North Topsail, South Topsail, Surf City. Beautiful, beautiful stretch of, just a beautiful stretch of beaches. There's piers on it. Public access all up and down it. It's got nice waves. The water's nice and clear. You can catch dolphins out there and all kind of fish, see the boats. But some people from Pennsylvania came down and they went and visited them, and they had a box full of sea treasures. Little conchs and sea fans and coral and had to look around. Sea bonnets, periwinkles, lion paw. Man, it was so, I was like, wow, you found that? I was like, yeah. Yeah, I need to look for that. So I got lucky. I don't know what would ever happen if I didn't go out at the right spot at the right time. Because if you go do something and you don't get no enjoyment or you know, some kind of pleasure that doesn't excite your brain, probably won't do it again. And that's really what addiction is. You're excited about something that you're doing. Some mentally or physically compulsed to do it. So if you do something that sucks, you probably won't do it again. Don't bang the weights. All the way down. All the way up. You'll see some people, they go like this. Because after you reach a certain point, it's your triceps, your secondary muscles that do the weight. Man. Some shrugs. I went out, it was freezing. So cold, man. At the beach, it's freezing cold. I think it was like 28 degrees. Nobody was out there. And I had never seen the beach like that. It was loaded. I mean, there was so much. I spent an hour in a 10-foot circle filling bags, things I had never seen before. Oh, like I had never pictured that I could find this stuff. Even when I've seen some, I even found a whole seashell collection. Somebody dumped 2 big piles of conchs and whelks and pretty shells. They were all white though, bleached out, but they were nice. I even thought about taking them all, but I didn't. I only took a few. Oh, don't make noise. Came home, washed it off. It was even prettier in person. And that was it. I was hooked. I couldn't wait to go to the beach. Even when there was nothing on the beach, I was on the beach. Or take that back. I was satisfied to be on the beach when there was nothing, because the good days. And I always think about, when I think about addiction, one thing I always think about is all the things I've done and I've heard people do, because I've got to be in a lot of groups, a lot of AA when I don't even drink, NA, just a bunch. I did the 500-hour drug program in federal prison and the 40-hour one. That was, doing the 500 followed by the 400 like you didn't learn something. But I didn't, because I got in trouble. I mean, that's what reality is. Do some front raises. People steal, lie, sexual favors, kill, everything you could do bad to get what it is you want. Killers kill for a thrill. Same way dude smokes rocks, or snorts a line, or shoots a vein, smokes a joint. For the thrill. And the crazy thing is, you might only get that thrill one time. And never get it again, and keep searching for it. Keep searching for it. Never find it. But keep doing bad to find it. And if you're doing anything worse than lying, that won't get you too much trouble with the law. Everything else will. And that's what a lot of this is about, man, because I've been to over 30 county jails and 5 U.S. prisons, and I say it in every video. You don't want to go there. That's not a place for you or anybody in your family or your friends or anybody you don't know. So if you came here to work out and this ain't about you, you're just working out then, right? But if it is, no, to the front. Working out is one addiction that'll help you take you away from a bad one. You're going to find out, you know what the problem with addiction is? And a lot of people ain't doing it. You got to go do something with yourself. with yourself, by yourself, learn yourself. Why in the hell are you in that? What's the situation you in? If it's bad, why in the hell are you in it? And I'll tell you why, and you already know. Because that's what you chose. Now you got to choose to get the hell out. And there's no situation that you just can't get out of. That's the truth. You should want to if it's bad, man. You should really want to. So the weights is the working out. You know, you're gonna not only improve yourself, but by this is something you could do. When I say you need to do something with yourself, working out is something you could do by yourself. Get something out of it. That satisfaction. Call it pig. The problem with immediate gratification. Now, it takes some time to get some strength and maybe get the body that you want. If you're skinny and you're hoping to get big with muscles and stuff, just keep doing it. Do this and then go heavier. And if you're big like me and you want to slim down, just keep moving. Even if you don't have no weights, just move the same arms like I am. You'll get down. Try not to do it by dieting alone, man. Or any surgery. I don't recommend none of that stuff. If you work out with me, you won't need that. If you're contemplating, don't give me a year. Today's 34. Because there's so many complications. There's things that could go wrong. But doing it this way, you feel better. I promise you. So we back out on the ocean. Come back. Man, I got the fever now. And I would go every weekend. But it got to be where I was dreaming about it. Started to consume me more. What am I missing out on? Because I always seen people, beachcombers, I always seen them going back and forth, and when they pass you and they got bags full or buckets full, they always ask, hey, what'd you find? And I'll be like, I found some rocks and stuff. What'd you got? And I'll be looking at their stuff. Man, I'm missing out. So I didn't have to be to work at 9, so I started getting up early. It got to the point where that was the only thing on my mind is being out there first. So I could get all the good stuff. It was bad, man. It got to the point I didn't even want nobody else on the beach until I got to look at everything. It was horrible. But it was mindset. It really was. And that's that I don't mind sharing. I just really wanted to look at it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really, not so much care about the stuff. I give it all away. Just wanted to find it. That was the whole point. Thinking about the journey of it. You know what I mean? Like out of all the places on earth and out of all the people that could have found this, it was me. So if you look, there's some things on my wall. This is one of the coolest pieces of driftwood, I think. It looks like a shark to me. It's so smooth. Dude, love this. The biggest shark too. 5 inches by 3.5. Pretty sure this is a fossil. If you look, there's, man, I don't have no flashlight. The lighting here sucks. Look at this, folks. Piece of brain cool. Same kind, different species. Look at that. This thing is huge too. She ain't no joke. This is a sea urchin. This is a death plate of them. Look how cool that is. It was in the winter, freezing. I wish I had videotaped it all. I wasn't even thinking about that. This is before I even thought about YouTube. The snow was so pretty out on this beach. I've never been to the beach in the wintertime. Never thought about going to the beach in the wintertime. It's beautiful. It's so cold in that wind. Whew. It'll rip right through you. I don't care how much clothes you got on. Upright. There were some things that started to happen because of this addiction. A lot of things, really. One, I was walking miles and miles and miles a day on the sand, in the water, in the cold, getting it. So I started to lose weight, feel good. But a bigger problem, that the one that started costing me money. And I could have done other things, and I would eventually figure that out. But I wanted to display them. So I had to buy cases, clear cases, storage cases. And I kept having to buy them, kept having to buy them, kept having to buy them. And before I knew it, was up to $1,000. But it looked so pretty. Like, you ever seen a horseshoe crab? All over the beach here at certain points in time. Little baby one. Let's see. The tail is not a stinger. It does not actually do any kind of stinging. This little dude is totally harmless to you. He looks like the alien on the inside. They're pretty cool. Got the bluest blood you ever see. You got a ton of healing properties. Actually, harvest them and drain them of their blood and release them. Ooh, no, that's too late. These are some pretty cool sea fans. This one's red and it actually has a oyster on it. My orange one. Pelican beak. I think this is a seagull. Big seagull. Got a couple of these. Some real pretty moon snails. These things are so cool. Here's looking at you, kid. Call these my pretzel coral. It's not hard to tell. Wow, look how pretty these are. Man, you can't see shit. Must be a light right there. Ooh. Hard to appreciate this stuff without a light. How pretty that is. See why I call them pretzels? Look at the color. Yeah, that thing just pops. Check this guy out. It's part of my animal collection, like a hippo. Look at how it pops, man. Arrowhead sand dollar. Love things covered in barnacles. It's like a buoy. Slightly bend over. Straight back. This is the North Carolina State Shell Scotch bonnet. Never found a few of these guys hold like this. This is one of my favorite things. Like a gold brain coral. There's another one of my big sharks teeth. Be a problem. Forgot about the light. All right, let me get back here. So coral is one of my favorite things. There's all kind of things that are define it. Like how many arms it's got. Or how big the holes are. Look how this thing just pops. If you look, there's some worms right in there. That's like, I call that bonus. Or here's a whelp. A colony of coral on it. Let's see if I can get the lighting right. You know, and I wonder how old this stuff is. Look at that. Where it came from. You know, somebody lost this leech. Look at that. Look how many it became home to. Man, I was so happy when I found that. All that coral. Look at this. Oh, shit. Oh, excuse my language. Man, I dropped it. But you could tell that that's a piece of conch with another thing. Look how pretty that is. And watch this. This is an oyster. Look at the brain coral on it. All I had to do was take a drive, which I already like doing. One of my addictions. And walk the beach. And to be honest with you, I had to do about 100 million squats. I had to learn things. And I have I've got a series on these 100 Days of Beach Finds where I showcase all this stuff. Maybe I'm sure that anybody watching it hasn't seen. It don't have that many views, but I do. It's under my playlist. Beach Finds, everything I got. This is a very small sample. Oh, my shoulder's on fire. Hope yours are too. I was actually doing a bunch of Percocets at the time when the Beach Finds happened. Getting sciatic nerve pain real bad, man. It's unbelievable. And I have something. I don't know where it is. But if you never had sciatic nerve pain, it's a nerve that runs up your back, goes down your leg, on either side too. On either side, devastating. And I'm gonna tell you where it hurts the worst for me. Right here in your butt, right behind the back of your knee. Oh Lord! But there's a tool called the low back tracks. I have it featured in another video, man. Low back tracks. Look at you suffer from sciatic nerve pain. Look up low back tracks, because I can tell you that nerve blocker that they have, man, that helps a little. And pain meds, I took a lot of pills that did not help. It did not help, but that low back track did. It was one of those products came off of Shark Tank. Man, it's worse. Man, that's the workout today. Look, you're dealing with addiction. You just got to go do something with yourself. Try something else. Try anything other than the bad thing that you're doing. You live by some water. Go out there and check it out. Talk to yourself, man. That's why I used to talk to myself so much. Because you got to like yourself. At the end of the day, you got to be able to deal with you and your addictions. Because if your addictions is causing problems, man, you can stop it. You should want to stop it. It's not worth it. Do you really want to be a problem? Do you want a problem to be a drug or sex or anything that's bad? You know, make a difference, and everybody will see it. It's one of those things you know where change is imminent, because if they're used to seeing you drunk or they're used to seeing you high, and then all of a sudden they see you sober, they don't question it. They don't say, "Why are you drunk?" But like, hey, you look different today. Is everything all right? And you start getting to see everything all right, and then you're not over there asking for money or looking to steal something so you could get your high, your fix, your dose, your day. But you're over there looking to make amends, looking to do the right thing. People will see that instantly. Because the first thing you're always going to do is be suspect, because you caused it. You know what I mean? So you got to own that. Make amends. You could do it. Don't even tell nobody. Just see if they realize it. That's the best way to show everybody. See if they realize it. Yourself. Because you got it. I know you do. Doubt's always going to creep in. Fear's always going to creep in. Anxiety's always going to creep in. And you'll always have an excuse. You'll always have an excuse to do the wrong thing. You'll always have an excuse to do bad. You'll always have an excuse to saying, to hell with it. It's not worth it. And you go do that bad thing. And you'll gain nothing. Coming closer to losing everything that you keep saying to hell with. So you can change it. That's the beauty of it. You really can. You can just say, hey, you know what, that's enough. And sometimes it takes a person who's willing to just stand up like me and say, hey, you can do it. And that really is enough. Or quit. Hey, how about this? Why don't you quit? Put whatever it is that's causing that problem down. Try not to think hard about it. Find something else to think about. Find something else to do. Go do something with yourself. Something positive. Something creative. There's something in you that when you bring it out will make all that bad go away. And you're blocking that with the bad. That bad is sitting on top of the good waiting to get out. And I see people on Facebook, and I see people on YouTube and Twitter and all them social medias that got talents, and they're going away from them. They could draw, they could sing, they could play an instrument. They're a writer, and they're not doing those things. They've lost passion for it. Find that passion, because the passion's in you. The reason why you are able to do those things is because you channeled yourself and put yourself to use, and now you're not. Why? Because of some bad shit? Because of a drug? Just stop. Do the right thing. I appreciate you rocking with me, man. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. I'm rooting for you. Let's get it, man. Peace.